Hi guys, welcome back. Back in 2019, I built my first AMD Ryzen based computer and upgraded to a Ryzen 9 3900X, which was a huge uplift for my trusty Intel's finest quad-core, the 2700K. Those 12 Zen 2 cores delivered unparalleled performance for productivity, however, it still lagged a little behind when it came to gaming. I hope you had a chance to check out my last video, but if you didn't, this beauty is my new CPU. The 7950X3D combines strong productivity and exceptional gaming performance thanks to the included 3D cache. So in today's video, I'm going to focus on games running at 4K using such high refresh panel myself. Before we get on with the testing, let's quickly explain the basics. Higher game resolution means more strain on the GPU, and after testing the RTX 3080 at 1080p in the last video, it's really clear my 3080 Ti at 4K is going to hold back this CPU. I'm not helping myself here, am I? Starting with Forza Horizon 5. This 2021 title has beautiful visuals, yet it remains relatively conservative and scales really well across a range of hardware. I've dialed in Extreme preset. The 7950X3D pushed 130 FPS on average, with 1% low sitting at 106. When compared to 3900X, that's nearly an 18% increase. Not bad at all. Cyberpunk 2077 is still undoubtedly one of the most demanding games out there, but the Night City looks awesome, especially at 4K. I've gone for Ultra Ray Tracing preset and DLSS on quality setting, and despite having a flagship CPU and what I still consider a fast, high-end GPU, I only saw under 60 FPS on average, with 1% low sitting at 45. Well, at least when compared to 3900X, my new CPU brings nearly 30% increase, which is impressive. Would you believe Red Dead Redemption 2 is a 5-year-old game? Rockstar absolutely nailed the atmosphere in this title, and I've yet to play a game that's more immersive at times. Despite its age, it's still quite demanding, especially when you dial the settings all the way up. I've used ultra textures and maxed out the slider. This resulted in 75 FPS on average with the 7950X3D, or about 13% increase over the 3900X. I bet you didn't expect to see Euro Truck Simulator 2 to be tested today. Released over a decade ago and still using its Prism 3D game engine, it's a perfect companion for my G27 steering wheel. This game will run literally on a potato, so I've maxed it out and with a 200% render scaling. This resulted in 159 FPS average and 1% lows at 123. Compared to 3900X, the new CPU only delivered a 10% increase to averages. Resident Evil Village brings back Ethan for another round of terror?
You disgusting outsider.
Anyway, the game has seriously impressive visuals for one heck of a creepy atmosphere, which is further supported by excellent use of ray tracing. This time I used ray tracing preset and allocated 6GB to VRAM. I've got no complaints other than that my new shiny 7950X3D made no difference to average FPS. Boo! For the next game, I finally returned to Days Gone. This title scales amazingly on a range of lower end hardware, but for my test, I've gone with max settings at 100% render scale. This resulted in 103 FPS on average and 1% lows at 76. The older 3900X keeps up nicely and is only slower by about 7%. Another classic game I've tested today was of course GTA 5.
I picked up the baby powder for your chafing.
More than 8 years has passed since the initial PC release, but with all of the settings cranked up, it's not really a bad looking game. 7950X3D pushed 105 FPS on average, which was faster by about 18% over the 3900X. Last game tested was the free-to-play Crossout. Game is loads of fun and even looks decent with all of the settings maxed out. The 7950X3D pushed nearly 170 FPS on average, leading by around 20% over the 3900X. Right then, let's close up this video. The 7950X3D brought 14% increase to average FPS over those 8 games we tested today. Happy or not, those are the numbers. Now, of course you may ask yourself, was it really worth it? I'll say it, no, it wasn't. And it never is with a bleeding edge. Whether I like it or not, to get the most out of my new CPU, I realistically need an RTX 4090. But wait, there's another option, and that is to lower the graphical settings, which I'm perfectly fine with. I hope you enjoyed this little comparison. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.